may seem. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep it moving. You gotta keep on pressing through your obstacles. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter what your obstacles may be. You gotta stretch your faith.
Keep on moving. It doesn't matter what your situation may seem. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep on moving. You gotta keep on pressing through your obstacles. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter what your obstacles may be. You gotta stretch your faith.
You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep on moving. It doesn't matter what your situation.
Peace and blessings, everyone. We chiming on in. Your sister trying to get her screen right. Let me get this situation here right and tight. Let's see what's going on with today's screen. It's always something. But anyway, let's get it right today. Bear with your sister as she makes some adjustments here. Trying to get this to zoom on out. There we go. There we go. Welcome, everyone, as you chime on in, as I'm about to get myself situated to be on TikTok Live and Instagram Live. Give me them thumbs up. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share, or make a comment letting me know that you guys can hear me on here. Before we get started for today, let me know that you guys can hear me on here. It is your girl, Cynthia J, your co-host, Cynthia J, your birthing doula, your inspirational healer, your psalmist, your encourager, your promoter, your sister, your mother, your auntie, your friend, all of the above. I am your girl, Cynthia J, on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. Holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. Yes, yes. We're going to be up here talking on some deep stuff. I actually missed you guys. Last week, your girl had a lot of things to do, My young one is being promoted to the next grade level, to my princess. So she had a choir performance, which unfortunately she was unable to participate due to individuals that tend to want to bully in school. So again, for those who have children that are out there, make sure that you encourage your kids. Let them tell them to stand up for themselves. Let no one bully them at all. Because majority of the time, these kids are out here bullying one another. And even though the administrative system with the school is, being, some of them, I guess, let me rephrase that. Some of them are being proactive. Others are not. Yet again, it takes the parents to do the advocacy for their children and being their biggest advocate. So again, for those who are just chiming on in, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share. If you're having issues on Facebook Live or any other platform, you can also follow me under Cynthia J22 on YouTube. So definitely go ahead and look that up. I'm telling you. Go ahead and look that up. But again, I missed you guys. We are in the month of June still, the month of June, which June 10th is coming right around the corner. So get ready for those. I salute you guys for June 10th. Yes, for those who celebrate. A lot of people don't know that. And it's also, a musical month for those Black American and so forth, and other things that are listed in this month calendar I don't get into. However, let's get on some deep stuff. So how was everybody's week? How was your month? Who got to see the strawberry moon? I know you guys probably heard about that. Some people call it the strawberry moon, the red moon. That was this week, and it was around 3:44 a.m. in the East Coast. For those who got a chance to see it, I got a glimpse of it. I woke up to actually see it, and then I carried my butt right back to bed. So with that being said, let me go ahead and type this in real quick, guys. Bear with your sister as I am typing this information in. So it's been a lot going on. I know most of you guys also been seeing what's going on with the immigration riot. For those who are participating in that, I love how some brothers and sisters posted up there saying, those who are watching and those who are out in public, let's stay to our Black owned business. I like how one of the sisters put that out there earlier today. Stay on your own Black owned business. Yeah, meaning basically stay in your own lane and let's focus on our stuff. For those who are grassroots in the FBA in the area, we know what that means. We know what that means. I'm telling you, we know what that means. And for those who do not, I get it. I know for some who are actually trying their very best to be out here, it is hard. For those who are trying to do it the right way, I salute you. But for others who are not, yeah, let's stay in our own business, please. But with that being said, make sure you guys are really paying attention. Don't get caught up in that, riot stuff out there in Las Vegas. For those who are foundational, as our brother Tariq Nasheed had posted out there, and Jason Black, and our dear sister Vicky Diller at NYC Girl, definitely they're out here promoting the thing. They even had a video out there also stating that it was also going on in Atlanta, and I believe it was downtown Atlanta. So I definitely have to look that back up, guys. But with that being said, yeah. Just make sure you don't get caught up in that, that stuff, because sometimes they get you caught up in that mess and make you think that it's for everybody and everybody boycotting. But there was a couple of ground source through our dear sister Vicky Dillard, who stated that it was not a lot of people out there, as the media and as those had cracked it up to be. It is stated that the Democrats had put those individuals to promote it as if it was something big. For some of them, not all of them, and others, we know they out there trying to get us to, get into it. But for those who know, those who actually have done some big riots out there, especially in Las Vegas, if we want to take it back to history, especially on like the Rodney King and all of that, that was some riots back in the day when it came to Black American people. And with that being said, make sure, for those who are unaware, be careful of watching news reports from CNN, Fox News, and those who only square in on a little bit of the information and does not give you the full detail. Listen to those who are grassroots in Los Angeles, California, who will let you know what's really going on out there. What's really going on out there. Don't be fooled. And I'm grateful for our dear sister Vicky Diller for looking up in that. For those who follow the African diaspora and other Aporias, definitely follow them. They have some deep information out there that goes international. It doesn't just, be grassroots here in the nation, but it goes international. But with that being said, I sent out my prayers to those who had families that got hit by the storm about a week and a half or two ago. Tornadoes had took out a few people, and let's keep them lifted in prayer. But let's get on to this article dealing with one of our amazing sisters. Who remember this sister from off of the MTV Awards? Like, if you went to college back in the day, like me, I went to a historical Black college. Yes, I did. Historical Black college. Woo-hoo! Salute out there to NSU, Spartan, Norfolk State University. And I shout out to them because I learned a lot from them. However, watching MTV back in the day and the real BET back in the day was the stuff. It really taught me a lot. It's sad that now when you go out here, you don't find things that will keep your children and your youth, rooted in some things that will inspire them, elevate them, uplift them, encourage them into some positive things, guys. But anyway, a dear sister who passed away, and let me go out here and correct her spelling for those who are on Restream Live. I do apologize. I just realized the incorrect spelling. For Anada Lewis, for those who know who she is. And as I'm going in here, for those who are on my TikTok live, be patient with me as well, because I'm streaming live too as well, guys. So let me go in here and correct the name. I did not realize that I had put a M in her name. So I definitely have to correct her name. Anada is her name. Anada Lewis. Former MTV, VH, and talk show host Anada Lewis passes away at the age of 52. At the age of 52. When I tell you, when you look at this video of her, guys, and this picture of her, she is very beautiful. Like, I don't care what anybody says. She is very gorgeous. As I'm showing you guys this, if y'all can see it. Trying to make sure I get it in right. This is her, guys, who can see it on here. Let me readjust. I know my background floater is doing what it does best. But anyway, for those who can see it, and I'm going to try to share it on Restream as well, I'm going to read this article to you. And all disclaimers, copyrights, everything is for public domain on TikTok, Restream Live, YouTube, so that they know, because they're quick to want to flag you and all this other stuff now. So Anada Lewis, the former MTV video jockey and talk show host, has passed. She was 52 years old. For those who do not know, I will get into it. In Los Angeles, she was Los Angeles born in Los Angeles alone. Announced last year that her breast cancer had spread to progress to stage 4. So for those who did not know, she had breast cancer. Her death was announced on social media, including Facebook posts by her sister, Lashmi, who wrote, "She's free and in heavenly arms. Lord, rest her soul." Lewis was born on March 21, 1973. So she just had a birthday, and gracefully just had a birthday. She was a student at Howard University, another top HBCU schools in the East Coast. Salute to Howard University, which is in Washington, D.C., for those who do not know. She featured prominently as the love interest in the hit movie For Baby, I'm Yours by R&B group Shy, which was filmed on campus. Now, who remember that back in the day? That goes to show you my age, and for those who are on here, that goes to show our age. So again, if this is your first time up on here on the Cynthia J Show podcast, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Send your girl some hearts. But we are up here talking about Anada Lewis, who just passed away, who was a talk show host on MTV, VJ, and many other platforms, and was on multiple movies. So anyway, she, like it says, she was featured in many. In 1996, she was the host of BET Teen Summit. Who remembers Teen Summit? Yeah, I know I'm up here telling some of you guys ages. That's okay. But Teen Summit was Teen Summit was one of the major other shows that were on there that will promote teens, that will allow teens to show their talents in singing and dancing, and talked about encouragement and going out here being big advocates for the youth. I mean, so many things that was going on, even helping the youth with those who had trauma. Teen Summit was a big encourager in our community when BET was Black owned. That goes to show how far this has come. She interviewed then the First Lady, Hillary Clinton. The following year, she shot the mainstream fame when she was hired as one of the MTV Total Requested Live and Hot Zone in 1996. She was described in the New York Times as the hip hop generation reigning girl. That goes to show you how far this sister really went out here and advocated for our people and for many others. Yeah, so those who are just chiming on in the TikTok live, I welcome you guys. I salute y'all for supporting and chiming on in. Don't sleep on your girl. Get on up on here. For those who are on YouTube Live, go ahead and share to some friends. Hit that like button so the algorithm can kick in and share. Anada Lewis being held aloft by Justin Timberlake in this picture, for those who can see it. Their group back in the day, I know. Let me get it right. So the group back in the day, for those who can see, Justin Timberlake and them back in the day. This picture was showing Chris Kirkpatrick and Joshua, the pop group NSYNC Teen Choice Awards back then. She jumped in their arms, and I remember that because I used to watch that too. But anyway, in 2001, she left the MTV to host her own talk show called the Anada Lewis Show. I didn't get a chance to really watch that show like that, but for those who did, definitely chime in and let us know in your comments what your thoughts were on that. She also was aired on WB and NBC stations before being canceled after one season, which is sad. Producers later blamed the fact that the show first aired in September 10, 2001, the day before the New York City was hit by a devastating attack. And I remember this because in 2001, that was the year that I was in college. This was my sophomore year. So I definitely was, taking a hit back then at that time when so much was going on. So again, let's go on. In 2004, she also started CBS show The Insider, which had a spinoff on entertainment. Hey, Nisi Poo, I see you up there. Thank you for chiming on again. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share on YouTube, and send to your friends. She also was in Instagram in 2020, announced that she had been diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. She encouraged women to receive annual mammograms because she had avoided them due to fear of radiation exposure. Now, I'm guilty. Because there's radiation in everything. Radiation in these cell phones, these electronics, radiation in every electronic item, from microwaves to, like I said, television, to anything. Oh, even the routers, all of these things, radiation. I'm guilty. And majority of the time, women, especially Black American women, we tend to not think that going to the doctor and getting mammograms done is a bad thing. Now, I wouldn't recommend it all the time, probably like every other year. But while you're doing these things, or if you prefer to do every year, still be mindful of, what you're consuming. Because there's radiation in everything. And we also don't detox our bodies enough to pour these out. And this is something that I had to learn too. And one thing I got to give credit to my mother. Growing up, one thing we ate so much with every meal was a salad. Some people are going to be looking at me but like, salad is not enough. Yes, we ate a lot of salad. We were always outside. We drank plenty of water. So we were eating fresh fruits and vegetables. We were always flushing and detoxing toxins out of our body in the pool. I mean, it was constant sweating. So these things played a big effect. And we had well water. So now when you're living in the city, it's a little different. the chemicals in everything from the toothpaste to the hair products that we put in our hair, especially Black American women. We put in chemical relaxers in our hair for those who would call it perm, but that's not a perm. Yes, for those who don't know, I went to school for hair as well. And, also now too, water bottles. I try not to drink out of water bottles like that because I remember in school when it was like purified water was the thing. And these water bottles, and then the water, like I said, the city water, and we only got shower heads, and they putting so much chemicals in everything and people don't believe that water carries it too as well. Yes, it does. The toxins, including radiation, so everything all over, yes. And if we're not purifying our bodies as we should, these things can occur, and especially cancerous fruits that fight against these things. So don't be scared to get out here and pay attention to what you're eating and what you're around and so forth. If you scared of radiation, this is something I have to remind myself. Turn your cell phone off or turn the 5G off, the Wi-Fi. Remove your cell phone out of the room with you. That's another good thing to do. But let me move forward. So in 2024, Lewis appeared during a roundtable discussion on CNN where she admitted her doctors recommended she receive a double my, oh wow. See, this one is new because many articles I read that was different. And mastomyomopathy after her diagnosis, but she refused. My plan at first was to get excessive toxins out my body, which is true. This is what I just said, which is true. Get excessive toxin out of your body. They are poisoning us and everything. You're right. And this is what she said. Her thing was to get it out of her body, which was smart. Isn't that what I just said? I feel like my body is intelligent. I know that to be true. Our bodies are brilliantly made, she told the host. And they are. It is. For those who don't follow brother Yaki Awaken, Yaki Raphael, he talks about this all the time. Dr. Sabi talked about this. It's another Caucasian doctor named Dr. Burge out in northern DMV area. They talk about these things. It takes time, though. It takes time. The question is, how are you detoxing your body? And this will be the biggest thing I will have to sit back and ask about how was she doing this with her? She did mention in her article, in her interviews, that she had other alternates routes, medicinal, neuropathic. Again, not every herbalist is top notch too. So you definitely got to be you are your biggest healer. Number one, remember that, guys. You are your biggest healer. And it starts with you first. You just need somebody to coach you, help guide you along the way, but you have to be determined. She also said, I decided to keep my tumor and try to work it out for my body a different way. Looking back on that, you know what? Maybe I should have. She added of her decision not to undergo surgery. My quality of life was very important to me. I wanted to be here. So I had to do it a certain way for me. Y'all hear that? She had to do it a certain way for her. Now, I don't always recommend surgery all the time because when you open yourself, that's exposing you to infections and long time healing and so forth. But now they have ways when these surgeries, you don't have to be completely cut open. There are other ways to receive where you don't have to go through that process. Then she said, by CNN segment, they said Lewis' method of treating her breast cancer included medication, radiation, and improving her sleep and diet. Now, for most people that don't know this, these things take a lot out of you. I've had family members who had chemotherapy, radiation, and stuff. And the way I saw it, it was very heartbroken for me. Their skin was darker. If you're a spiritual person, a person who spiritually sense things, and just a person who is just open, empath, so many other things, you will not only see it, you smell it, you feel it. Some people taste it. the metallic taste in their mouth from other people. I experienced that, and I did not know what that was at the time. So with that being said, these are the things that do happen. And in some cases with chemotherapy, it breaks a person down. Remember, this radiation, it don't just kill the cancer, it kills the good cells in your body too. So you have to find a way to replenish. You have to have supportive people to be there for you to help you heal through these things. But if you're determined to really heal your body, you have to go to some true people like Dr. Sabi, and you heard me say Yaki and other amazing brothers. There's another elder out there, but I won't say his name, just so the fact that the protection, not saying that others don't need it, but just out of respect for him, his frequency is very high. But anyway, let me read on. Despite the period of improvement she discovered in 2023, the cancer had spread. Now think about this. The period of improvement, despite the improvement of this situation, is still spread. So that makes you wonder, what was it that was still spreading it? She said, my lympho system really flared up, she explained. It was the first time I ever had a conversation with death because I felt like this is how it is. Now, your lymph is your lymphatic system, your lymph nodes, or everything for those who are unaware of that. I've known those who had issues in the lymphatic system and lymph nodes, and they had to get them removed, and then they still had issues. You need your lymph. You need it. It is the system that detox the body. It is the system that helps regulate. Those are the systems that people don't believe that they call your crystals. For those who follow Yaki Awakening, he will let you know, and this is true, for those who study in the body, flexology and other points and acupuncture and things like this, your bodies have crystal points. They don't want us to know these things. All information is not based off opinion. This information is also based off evidence that can be looked up on Google platform and other sites and articles. Anyway, your body has crystal points. And those crystal points, part of those are your lymph. Those are the crystal points that they call in other cultures chakras. These is true. It's true. So for those who are unaware of it, when they are blocked, the flow of everything, it just gets blocked and it gets over toxified, and you built up stressors. Your body goes through this whole nervous system dynamic thing where everything just shuts down, builds up. The body, your immune system starts to fight its own self back. And this is what happened. Inflammation. I'm going to use this as an example. I was helping a individual I call a sister of mine, and her father. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with them. They thought it was fluid in the body. And he was going through so many types of tests they couldn't figure out. They was like, he's going to need this, he's going to need that. He might go through therapy and all this other stuff. And as she was describing the symptoms to me, I said, well, let me ask this question. They're saying he's swollen. Any fluid coming out? She was like, no. I said, sis, that's inflammation. He's inflamed. I said, and 9 times a day, inflammation causes so many different types of things that the doctors have out here. They call it now. That is not even funny. They have like different names for it. And I said, he might sound like he got gout. And guess what? When they moved him from the one hospital he was at and took him to another hospital, guess what they found out? He had gout. So that's why it's so important that you learn as much as you can and study as much as you can, things outside of the medical field, because your great divine ancestors knew stuff before any of those even existed. They didn't have no x-rays and CT scans and stuff. They had to go by, feel, and look and smell. Yes, indeed. But let me go further. It also says that Lewis is survived by her son, Langston, who was born in 2011. and Harry Smith, the brother of Will Smith. Y'all hear that and repeat that. Langston is her son, who was born in 2011 to Lewis Harry Smith, who's the brother of Will Smith, for those who didn't know. So let's keep her in prayer, guys. Keep her in prayer, because she also mentioned, she made a final plea that, we take care of ourselves, that we take these things very seriously, that we don't sleep on our lives, because the things that are going on out here is very detrimental to us, to you and I. So I send out my prayers to her son, her family, loved ones, relatives, and we salute her and thank her for my generation, who she really encouraged. And for those who have never watched her, go on YouTube, look up Teen Summit, MTV, listen to the things that was so inspiring, because it inspired me. And so many people are passing away more now than they ever had. More people passing away because of, that V. For those who know what that means, they had that V. Yep. Others don't. And some people's like, oh, I don't have no problems right now. You don't have no problems right now that you believe to. But who's to say it didn't trigger, alter? Some of y'all have that DNA, and others like us got that DEA. Who said it didn't alter? That's why it's so important. Don't pop everything into your bloodstream thinking that it's good for you. It's not good for us. We are leaving this world too fast, too soon. And she was so young, beautiful, young, still look amazing. She looks so beautiful. So beautiful. Yes. So I salute to her family, send our love to her, and may she be a divine ancestor as she has ascended to watch over her son and her loved ones. Well, also other news, guys. Who heard about the shooting in Las Vegas of the podcast couple? Oh my God. That right there. Woo! Oh my God. That happened this past weekend. It was stated that it happened Sunday night. And I'm telling you guys, my brain is still trying to catch it, you know what I'm saying? People are just bold. People are very bold. People are very, very bold. I'm trying to pull this picture up for you guys, a better picture so that y'all can see the couple. It's just sad. It's very, very sad. It's very, very sad. Trying to get y'all a really good picture. If I can get one. They keep changing all these pictures up on these things. But it's sad. The podcast couple. Let me go ahead and read the article first as I'm getting y'all a good picture. So this couple actually lived in Phoenix. So it says Phoenix couple shot, and this is coming from a 13 News article, shot, killed while live streaming in Las Vegas Strip. Yes, guys. This happened late night after 10 p.m. The sad thing about this, I'm going to wait till I get to the end of that. So y'all hold on tight and just continue to listen to your sister here as I go ahead and read it. But I just need y'all to know how messed up some people are out here. Like, some people really have anger, emotional issues where they don't know how to control themselves. So they rather take it out on everybody else because they can't get their way. And when people get like that, they just do stuff just to prove a point. And it's sad that it has to be like that. Like, seriously, it's very sad that things have to be like that. So definitely bear with your sister. I'm trying to get this to pull up so I can read that to y'all. so it can come up better. But I'm going to show you the person that shot the couple first. For those who can see. Sorry about that, guys, on Red Stream. I know my thing be acting up. I might have to take that off is what I might have to do. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Let me go back up here and put this up here so y'all know what we on topic for today. But yeah, the alleged Las Vegas shooting suspect, Sin City Manny, posted a video searching for the victim, which is be victims, one day before the attack. This is the original article that I needed to post for you guys. This is coming from We Got This article, The Crimes. Again, this is the Manny guy, for those who can see it. It's a sad shame. It's a very sad shame. Trying to get it to come in better for you guys. He's a Hispanic gentleman. So let me go ahead. But anyway, a disturbing new twist has emerged. This was 3 days ago. So I'm reading the article after 3 days. Las Vegas Strip shooting that claimed two lives on Sunday night, June 8th. The alleged suspect, known on live as Sin, S-I-N, City Manny, posted a video on X showing him actively seeking one of the victims just one day before the deadly attack. So how this occurred is two podcasters having a disagreement that just went too far than what it should have. And this goes to show you how some people just can't take certain things. It shows that the chilling clip shares by X user at Punting Stack shows Manny searching for the target, a potential forewarning of violence that followed. Yeah, this guy was searching for the other podcaster. So Sin City Manny lives in Las Vegas. However, the couple came to Las Vegas on a trip. But I'm going to show you right here, coming from Snoop Dogg, they showing the videos, but I'm going to play it so you can hear this.
Jerome, I'm out here searching for my baby.
This is the guy, the picture I showed y'all.
I went through every fucking casino there is.
Excuse his language, guys. All language is not authorized, but I want you to hear his voice.
I'm dying to see him. I'm fucking dying to see him.
Y'all hear that? So anyway, because I know I have children probably watching, but forgive us, guys, for the explicit cursing. This guy did a live on Twitter searching for this couple the day before, and he put the video up there. So what does that tell you? Premeditated. Moving forward, the Associated Press speaks and says around about 10:40 p.m. in Las Vegas, police responded to a report of gunfire near the Malaguero fountains. The Malaguero fountain on the Strip, 3600 block of South Las Vegas Boulevard. They discovered two with fatal gunshot wounds later died on the sidewalk. Authorities had described the incident as an isolated target shooting stemming from a known conflict between the suspect, at least one of the victims, on the social media. Another person who put up here, who was a poster, said this guy, YouTuber Sin City shot, killed YouTuber Finny Day Legend. Now, I seen the guy Finny Day Legend before. However, I never really been too much into his stuff. I will listen to a glimpse here or whatever. And he it's not like he had a lot of followers, but he had some really decent guys. Now, this Sin Manny guy had more followers than he did. And this Sin City guy was getting mad over what was said. So YouTube Finney the legend and his wife in front of the fountain in Las Vegas. Finney called him mentally ill. Now, I went back and looked at the videos. For those who are on YouTube, you can look up Finney, Finny, the DA legend. And you can see the videos. He did the video, probably about 3 or 4 videos before his last live video that he did the day of, because he was there on his nephew's, I believe it was his nephew's graduation. I might be wrong. I believe it was nephew though. The same day, and did a live video. And who would ever believe you're going to Las Vegas, going there to support family graduations, to be unalive the same daggone weekend? That's crazy. It's sad. It's sad. Very, very sad. So then they said officials confirm a confirmation is pending. Multiple social media reports suggest the victim included YouTube Finney the legend and his wife. This was his wife. For those who don't know who the second victim was, it was his wife, known online as Bubbly. The pair was allegedly targeted while streaming live from the Strip. I saw that video and it was disturbing to me. This dude found out that they were there in Las Vegas live. He found them because they were streaming it live. And as they were streaming it live, he probably was watching them live. Figured out where they were located at, because parts of it, when you see the live, I didn't hear if they mentioned where they were at. Stream live, guys. And comes up and sees them around a group of people, like a whole bunch of people with their family on vacation. Children were around. Children, families. The wife had the camera already positioned, set up, and this guy just comes up. The wife happens to catch him and said, "We're not starting this mess today." So she stopped messing with the camera setup. So then she tried to, after she backs away, for those who've seen the video, he pulls out a gun on her husband and shoots him in front of everybody. And it's so much light around, guys. Like, I was like, oh my God, this dude was serious. This is why they say Finney the legend said mental illness is real. And even though they were having back and forth, he was letting people know that mental illness is a serious situation. And this guy took it personal. He took it personal. Someone who had over, this Sin guy had a lot of followers. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was like 1K followers or something. I could be a little off. But Finney only had over 4,000. So how you let this one guy get you that far that you had to search for him in Las Vegas in your own backyard to shoot him over that? It was like, well, as I was looking at this video, guys, it was as if I was thinking about the movie Friday. Can't think of the actor's name, the Hispanic actor's name, but the one that was acting real crazy with the dog that always run after any of Craig's people on the movie. This is how this guy remind me of. And then we'll pull a gun out. Like, seriously. So anyway, it's not funny. It's not. And this was a black couple. Yes, a black couple. Husband and wife. The pair was allegedly targeted while streaming live. And then witness described a woman shouting, "Are you?" And she used the F word. I do remember her saying it, kidding me, just before the panic erupted. Because after the wife had already said what she said, she was trying to catch the camera, the phone that they were using. And then he pulls out a gun on her husband and just shoots him. Just shoots him. You don't see the husband run or nothing. He just walks up to him, pulls the gun out, and shoots him. The wife is like shocked and saying what she's saying. Kids and family are ducking and everything. And then he turns around and shoots her. Like, seriously, guys, if y'all haven't got a chance to look at it, go on TikTok Live, go on YouTube. You will see the video. It is no joke. The police confirmed that the suspect, at the least one victim, had been exchanging threats, engaging online conflict across multiple social media platforms. Now, I will say, as I was watching Finney's The Legend, I didn't see too many threats, mostly, exchanging words, talking what he would do. And then he would realize, they said, Finney realized that something's wrong with this guy. He got mental issues. And that's when he mentioned mental illness is real. And I guess this guy took it serious, and that must have hit the target for him. And he went on ahead and decided to go on a hunting spree. So anyway, now the video of Manny searching for his victim 24 hours before the shooting adds a chilling layer, suggesting that the crime may have been premeditated. We already know that was premeditated. Video source from Manny's social media activity is currently under investigation by authorities. Shocked tourists and local described scenes of chaos as bystanders dropped to the ground and fled during the shooting. In the aftermath, a massive manhunt underway. Police say they believe they have identified the suspect. The strip remained heavily policed, with authorities urging anyone at that time to catch him. But guess what? He turned himself in, guys. The following next day, he turned himself in. So he already know he was going to go to jail. He turned himself in. This guy turned himself in after this. So that goes to show you how bold he was. So to all my brothers and sisters out there, and this not to try to make it about a racial thing, but at the end of the day, this was a Hispanic guy who turned around and shot a black couple. All because he couldn't take what was said. And for what the videos that I watched and listened to, it wasn't even that serious. This was not the first time. The reason why it escalated to this situation here is because the other guy, the murder suspect, as they would say, had already had situation with Finney's wife. When you guys go back and listen to and look a little more update, had a situation with, and apparently had put his hands on her. So her husband was going to take her for him. But who would ever know that this man would drive all the way to find where they was at in Las Vegas with a gun and shoot them on live stream. And to turn around and record yourself hunting for this man. I'm going to say hunting. Yes. Because when you watch the video, for those who haven't had a chance, please get up there. You can go on Breaking News or other social media apps, and you can definitely look up this situation. It should be a Twitter video to play. And you can listen to him throughout the Twitter, what he is saying. He's making it seem like they are so lovey-dovey, and they were not. He tried to make it sound pretty, but you can tell that he was heated, like he was looking for flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. I just said it like that because, these streams be clocking people. But with that being said, for those who are out here, this is why social media now in today's society, instead of being for what it should be, is dangerous because individuals take things so personally on social media. They want to go and post on social media, like on Facebook. I see so many people from different areas posting things on Facebook, talking about each other, couples, talking about people cheating on each other and do with the side girls, chicks, and all kinds of stuff, to somebody hating on the other girl, broadcasting them, telling their business. I mean, all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, it's not like, child trafficking, sex trafficking, or somebody trying to help find somebody, or a missing person report, or who is a child molester, predator, a pedophile or something, that nature. No, it's going over for some foolishness. And it's sad. People are out here discrediting other people's character to the point that they don't care what they do and what they jeopardize at all costs. That's why it's so important that we know and pay attention who we surround ourselves to. I don't even be on social media all the time. I know some people be looking for me, and I thank those who always support me. But this goes to show you why it's so important that you don't get your emotions stuck in the foolishness. You don't get your emotions stuck in with people's foolishness, entertaining foolishness. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's all because other people want to be liked. Oh, I'm big and bad, so I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. So I'm doing all that. What happened to the days when you would approach each other in person? Settled it with your fists and ended it there. No. Cowards got to drive searching for you to prove a point just to put a bullet and take a life. People out here talking about taking guns off the street and all this other stuff and so forth. Gun laws. It ain't the gun that's the issue. It's the individuals that they're giving them to. They should be now seeing if they mentally prepared for these. I mean, hey, they probably already got a law in the making talking about, let's see if people mentally stable to see if they need a license to carry. But then now these days, some of these people, as you saw, this guy, he probably don't even need no license to carry. He probably got some buddy somewhere. You know what they do. But the matter of fact is that they took a life of a husband and wife. A husband and wife. And the wife tried to de-escalate the situation, saying, we're not doing that here. Yes, she was cussing, but she tried to de-escalate the situation. This goes to show you how much more we need to learn how to be at peace with one another. And peace with self. Because it goes to show you right there, he had no peace with self. None whatsoever. And it's sad. It's sad. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in as always. And always being supportive in all things. But be mindful and be safe out there, guys, because there's so much craziness going on out there that people will do anything, anywhere, anytime, any place, just to be liked. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. I had to call out my honey bun. Father's Day. Salute to all the fathers for this weekend. You guys, I salute y'all all. Happy Father's Day to all real fathers out there. Yes. And to those who are still learning, happy Father's Day weekend. Be safe out there. Please take your time. So many people are out here rushing, getting in car accidents. I was stuck in a car accident for like almost an hour. So with that being said, I salute to all the fathers out there. Yes, to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day. Yes, happy Father's Day. So to the fathers who are out there, y'all might be going fishing, doing some good stuff. Hey, might get some crabs, might do something. Something. But anyway, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there for always holding down the fort, doing your best in what you can, because it's not easy, out here. It really isn't. So happy Father's Day. I salute y'all, all the fathers out there. And happy Father's Day to my dad and my stepdad and my brother and everyone else out there. And happy Father's Day to my brother who ascended to the ancestors. But with that being said, I thank you guys for always chiming in, supporting your girl, Cynthia J, on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, not excluding the men. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and always follow your girl in all things. Peace and love and blessings.
You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep on moving. It doesn't matter what your situation may seem. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep it moving. You gotta keep on pressing through your obstacles. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter what your obstacles may be. You gotta stretch your faith.
You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep on moving. It doesn't matter what your situation may seem. You gotta stretch your faith. You gotta keep on moving. You gotta keep on pressing through your obstacles. It doesn't matter what your situation is. It doesn't matter what your obstacles may be. You gotta stretch your faith.
Oh my, I'm feeling high. My money's gone. I'm all alone. Too much to say.
Yeah, yeah.
My story is funny at the lonely.